Yeah, I got sent another video today about what this person thinks they're seeing, or just reporting it themselves about what's happening in. Well, not only have the guide stones gone, the same day something happens to the Vatican, but it was Christian who sent me this link yesterday.
Yeah, I think so.
So, Christian, explain what you think's going on then.
Well, I mean, I've watched two or three of them, and there was one that I was sent, I think more or less the day after, and it was taken down. It just disappeared. But what surprised me is, I mean, if it's a fire, fair enough, but when you hear gong, bang, bang, gang, and they're not all the same sort, well, you think, what's going on there? Is something going on underground? Are they having a war?
Well, the person in this video says that the Vatican's on fire.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is more sound effects, and what's more realistic when I first saw the smoke, I went, oh my giddy aunt.
Or do you think that they'd be announcing it on the news? Have you seen any news articles about it?
Well, no, I've come across many people saying, why is it all being suppressed? And I'm not talking like one or two people, I'm talking 10, 20, 30, 40, even more, talking about why is it all being suppressed everywhere. And I've even asked around in various places.
Well, why would they be suppressing this? They couldn't wait to tell us Notre Dame, which was a beautiful old church, was on fire.
Well, obviously something else has changed, so whether it's going against their directive, whether it's the New World Order collapse, it's something big, isn't it? It's not little.
Well, Gillian told me something today. Some farmers are all up in arms, 13 countries or something, or they take 13% of the crops. I think it's between Germany and somewhere else they're fighting. So they're pretending that it's all going on in Ukraine, while actually real people are fighting other places. That's what it looks like.
Absolutely. I mean, when you start to hear that even Germany's farmers and other countries arms, it's worldwide. The Sri Lankan government is falling.
Sri Lanka. That was the other one she mentioned.
It's totally gone, and I'll tell you what, I've been going on about it for a few years now, and it's not because I'm manifesting it, it's what I've been seeing, and when you put it together, it's so realistic that it's like the Ukraine thing when that first started. All of a sudden they announced it that there's a Ukraine war and whatnot, and all of a sudden all the football stadiums, they're wearing scarves, they got hats, they got banners, they got flags, and they're waving them, and all the football stadiums. Who supplied all the money for that? If
the Vatican's on fire, surely people there would be reporting it. I mean, you couldn't get away with all that smoke being there, could you?
No, but there's another thing, Karen. A lot of the what you call TV video cameras, where a lot of cities are now monitored, right? And I've got this friend Gina, which you know of, that she's come around for the last couple of days. These cameras have been switched off, and you can think, what? Why is that then? Oh, it's monitoring, it's surveillance, isn't it?
You think someone's coming to save us? Please, someone come and save us.
Well, I think it's happening. I really do think it's happening. It started. It's when the Georgia Guidestones went down. I thought this has got to be the start. Someone has made a start, saying, well, and then we hear other countries going against the cabal or whatever this is that they're doing. I mean, COVID, this thing itself. One of the first things that I heard in 2020 was that farmers were approached to plough back their produce into their fields, and we'll pay them triple, if not quadruple. This is in 2020, and it's only just hit the forefront that it's really coming out now that it's really true that farmers were approached, and now it's escalating through other countries, and they're saying it's something to do with the nitrogen that putting into their manure and to help things grow, and there's a refusal of this evergreen thing, and that was the next thing we had, wasn't it?
How do we know it's good? It could still be them doing it.
It could be, but I don't think it is, because I know they want to collapse the governments, right? I read a document about that about 2016, That was one of their agendas, to collapse the government. But there'll still be people, real people, taking their places. People, I watched a video the other night, and it was great because it's now happening in America where people are responding and saying, well, we'll get the bloody things out. We'll take over the government and we'll run the government, because what's actually happening is that the people in power...
How could you let someone like Biden or that Camilla run it? Oh.
Well,
or Boris. People are coming out and saying what an idiot, and he was the worst Prime Minister ever. He's the one that handled COVID.
Well, it's like we said about Biden. I mean, I think the whole world knows that Biden's been the puppet and instrument. They've made it obvious, and it's case. I think when Trump was in power, he did say it's up to the people, and I remember him saying that it's up to you to change it, to change the way we're going, to change perhaps even the ones behind the curtains.
Well, I fire the lot of them.
Well, I mean, this is what
and
I'm
the
saying.
Queen. The Queen can go as well. She's fired.
I think she's already gone. But
well, I think they have, because we're only seeing computer programs. That's why everything has black eyes, until everybody wakes up and realises everything you're watching. When you know someone like Biden or the Queen or Boris or whoever it is, they've got blue eyes. Prince William, Prince Harry, and then you see them on the black screen with black eyes.
Yeah. But, I mean, we've had, people have called it, I started calling it a shit show many years back, and then other people have jumped onto that. And it's like a couple other cliches, but the point being is, it's like the people, even in power, saying, well, we're fed up running the show, so we'll push them into a corner and we'll make them take their own reins. I mean, that's what it's appearing to look like to me, that they're saying, well, you do your own bit.
I'm not being funny. If this is really happening, why aren't the army out then? Wouldn't they be out for things like that?
Well, I mean, you would have thought that.
The police?
What we've been told about Ukraine, I mean, all we've heard, we're going to pump some more money, we're going to pump some more arms. This is ever since it started. One of the first things they did, more money, more money, more money. This is all they're doing. But that is their main power, isn't it? They command the world because they're the rich elite, and they command all the big money situations. I mean, when we've had, who is it they roll out to? They roll out the banks. You know, they don't support the people. They don't support the businesses. You know, and you think, well, it's all done by greed. And I think that's what's changing. I think it is changing.
It's really weird. They told us about one that doesn't exist. Why not telling us about loads that are happening that are existing?
Yeah, that is the bizarre thing. And I mean, what's happening in the Vatican in Rome is huge. You know, you can see it by the visualization, and it has been stifled over the last 3 or 4 days. You know, absolutely suppressed all the way.
You mean somebody stuck in? And I mean, if they're destroying the Vatican, you know it's for no good reason. They've done it to the Notre Dame. You know, most things catch fire when they want to get rid of them.
Mm.
Or maybe they want a new wing on the Vatican. Let's just burn that down, and now we can have a whole new section put on.
I think it could be a possibility is that there is a turnaround, right?
But it's been going on for a couple of days, and no one's reporting it, except people who found this video. Yeah,
and it's a case that they've got a lot of evidence what they've done to humanity, and it's just like in Germany. What did they do? They burnt everything along the way. I think the Vatican's probably doing the same. It could be that they're doing the same thing, hiding their crimes in the wake of the world changing. But
yes, but they changed it. We didn't. They did.
Yeah, but the world, like it is. I mean, there was a point.
So why aren't they announcing this then? I mean, this could be quite deadly serious then. And what we're going to do? People are going to go for their Sunday mass and think, oh, there's no Vatican. It's not like they can. It's not like they can cover this one up, really, is it?
No, but there's a war going on. It's called more or less the hidden war, the silent war, that we're not seeing. We already know that the media has been following whatever's happening in Ukraine. It's Ukraine. Like we had Brexit for year in, year out. You know, it got to the point where actually people got so fed up with it, they turned the tellies off. So you know it's been pushed into the mainframe that they've still got control over the media. But I feel that's going to change as well. I think that's coming as well because people.
Please, we need it to work for us. not the whatever they are and taking all our money and lying to us.
And then the other division there was
What's going on there?
Hang on. What's going on here?
You've got another video playing there. So what's the bit about Sri Lanka then? Because that's Gillian was talking about that today.
Well, it's got to do with the green thing. Yeah. I mean, we know that recently we've had 2 container ships stuck in the Nile. I think that was last year, wasn't it? But it's evergreen again. It's the Green Party, the green thing that's being pushed. And I think that it's the government of Holland and a couple of the others in Germany, and I can't remember what the other one was that was announced in that video that I watched recently. But yeah, they're going against the grade of what the government is pushing. Yeah, they want this, they want that, and the farmers know what it's going to do. It's going to cause an avalanche of lack of food out there. You know, and it's like a plan. You know, it's well, it's the Satanists like Klaus Schwab saying we're going to make you eat insects. Well, hang on a minute, insects help the ground. There's so many insects that actually fertilize the ground in certain ways that help it rejuvenate. You know, we know that as kids. You know, so if they're going to kill all these bugs, they're just trying to kill everything. And if you're using the bugs from the ground, well, you're starting at ground level, aren't you? And the very fact that this nitrogen thing is being pushed as well, well, they're taking it one step further because it's like they're saying it's evergreen, but in reality, it's going the other way.
So do you think something's happening then?
Well, it sure appears that way, doesn't it? You know, there's movement where there is. We know that Putin refused to go along with what they're going along with, but we don't know for sure if it's a ploy or whatnot. But we know that Putin never attacked Ukraine because we know Ukraine's been in uproar, attacking its own people. It's supported by the West, trying to protect his mother country. You know, and where's all the money coming from? It's coming from the West. But who's the West? It's like a double play. That's what it feels like to me, a double play.
I know, but if the Vatican does burn down, they can't hide what? We wake up and they've made the news up and then they say, oh, last night the Vatican burned down, but it was actually 2 or 3 days before. Well, they can't hide this. It's too big a place to hide if it's burning.
No, but there's that thing with all the town cameras, the city cameras, you know, that
What, are they going to hide it then?
That so many cameras have been, well, it appears that they switched off so many cameras around the world so that the news doesn't get out. You know, that's one way of stopping people with the internet cameras and the linkage. You know, it's all linked up, isn't it? So there's definitely a switch being pulled, and it feels like it.
Do you think this film's real?
Absolutely, because there's different coverage of it, and the one that I had was a bit longer and it disappeared, so Facebook must have taken it down. So we know that Facebook is censoring material right, left and centre. You know, I'm surprised I'm still on here, but it's the way it's going. So
totalitarianism it is. It's worse than communism. But anyway, yeah. We've been going for 13 minutes. I think we should play the little video. I really don't think this man will mind because he had to copy someone else's video, but I want to hear what he says because it's just also good to hear someone else's perspective. You've heard mine and Christian's, and you can hear his. It's a good idea that you play his, Christian. Christian?
Yeah, so I thought you were going to play it.
Oh no, I'm going to put it in on the video afterwards. But anyway, Christian, thank you for that. So you think something's happening?
Absolutely, 100%. It's moving. It's moving.
Well, yes. Anyway, that's all we can say. Thanks very much.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
James Kaufman, World News Report today. Today is July 10th, 2022, 5 p.m. Central here in the U.S. God bless you and yours no matter where you are in the world, folks. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of you don't know, the same day that Georgia Guidestones were struck by lightning, the historic obelisk in the Vatican City was struck by lightning on the same afternoon, July 7th, 2022. Pieces of bricks and mortar were scattered near the site. Now, folks, the Vatican is on fire. It's the 10th. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this was posted today. The Vatican has caught fire and it is burning. They said that a massive explosion was heard and a fire in Rome overtook the Vatican. Black smoke expanded into the city center, and there was going to be a rock concert scheduled for tonight, but that's of course been canceled. Looks like a really strong fire. I wonder if all of Rome is going to burn down. Wow. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. This guy kept a very long, nice feed going on for everybody. This is at Makey809588. Thank you for your help. This is a substantial fire. They said that it started in a abandoned car wreckage facility near the Vatican. But again, explosions have been heard. And a good amount of the central part of the city is now on fire. Unbelievable. God bless you and yours, folks. Please share, please subscribe, and always remember that anything is possible in Bizarro World.